Welcome back to Robinson Crusoe! We have adventures on a cursed island. We're trying to build a giant wood pile. We're doing the Castaways scenario, of course. This is turn 3. Yep, first thing we're doing a turn is the event card. So let's hope we get lucky, but it's probably not going to happen. Alright, we are pulling an event as our first action, and precipice. Oh god, we get another one of these green tokens going on top of our explore pile. A landslide occurred during the hurricane. What hurricane? Your camp is on the edge of the precipice. If possible, choose an island tile adjacent to your camp and turn it face down. It becomes inaccessible. Oh wow. Okay, well, we are going to turn this one face down. Okay. It becomes inaccessible. I'm not too concerned because we got wood on this one. That's the main thing. And then building a bridge. 1 and 2. What is this with 2? Turn the reverse tile face up. Get 3 determination tokens. Discard this card. Nothing happens. We can leave it flooded. However, we are going to push this out. So this one gets pushed right out. And as you can see here, nothing happens. So nothing happens. This gets pushed over here. And this one gets put in there. Now, what was the bottom of this one again? Place 1 beast card on top of the hunting deck. I don't really worry about that either. I think we're getting so lucky, although that would have been really bad if we had needed that tile. But we have this one, which has wood. Yes. Okay, next up, the morale phase. And once again, because we're playing solo, we get +1 on the morale track. And then we can either heal 1 wound or take 2, we can take 2 tokens, 2 determination tokens. And I think we're going to take the 2 determination tokens, giving us a total of 3. I really like the Carpenter's ability. We're a little bit beaten up, but we're not too worried about it right now. Alright, that was that. Now we're into production phase. This is awesome because we have the hatchet. We get wood plus wood. So we get 2 wood, and this is available right now for our use during the action phase. 2 wood and 1 perishable food item. I think they were calling them non-perishable. These are the perishable food items. 2 wood, perishable food item over to our available resources. And we're going to add that into our available resources. So now we have 3 wood. We have the oil, which is awesome. We're going to be using that right away. In fact, we could use it right now before we even get into the beginning of the action phase. So let's go over to our Castaways board. I think it's time to cash in our oil token. Alright, well, this can be done out of turn. We can only build up our wood pile once. We can only build up, one of these sections once per round. We're on round 3. We have this one built already. We need 2 wood here, and guess what? The oil gives us 2 wood only for the wood pile. So we're cashing in that chip, and we're going to put 2 wood on our wood pile. I may run out of these little wood tokens, I'm not sure. So we're going to put 2 there. So now we've got 1 wood built, 2 wood. We got to do 3, 4, and 5 to finish off that. Alright, that was our production phase, and jumping out of sequence, we did the oil because we can. Up after that, we have our action phase. Alright, we're into the action phase, and yes, we better get ourselves a shelter built. Now we have 3 tokens, determination tokens. So let's take a look at our Carpenter special ability. This, we're playing solo, we take that as a 1 or 2. We need 2 wood or a pelt to construct a shelter. But let's take a look at our Carpenter special ability. And yes, our Carpenter special ability, the economical construction. Discard 2 determination tokens to spend 1 fewer wood during any action type. Oh yeah, let's get our Carpenter over and start building that shelter. The reason we want to build this shelter is because we have weather effects coming up, not this turn, but very soon. We're going to take both of our tokens and make sure we go ahead and construct that shelter without any problems. So instead of needing 2 wood, we only need 1 wood. So with 1 wood, 2 determination tokens, 2 of our tokens, we're going to be able to build a shelter this turn. Yes. All right, we still have Friday and the dog left, and let's figure out what we want to do with them. Well, I think once again, Friday and the dog are going to take a little trip in the island. And I should mention, if you're adjacent to your starting tile, it doesn't cost any extra tokens to go out exploring. So with 2, guaranteed success. However, let's not forget we do have this token on our exploration pile, which means Friday's going to take a wound, but he had a whole bunch of rum the night before, so maybe he's a little tipsy still, so he's out exploring and trips over some roots or something. Anyway, we'll figure that out when it happens. All right, it's time now to start looking at our actions and resolving them. We've used up all of our tokens. All right, so starting from left and going to right, do we have anything going on here? No, we do not. We don't really care about either of them. I'm not too worried. We're not hunting. Are we constructing? Yes, we are. We're doing our construction. We're building a shelter. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, and we don't have to roll any dice. We used 2 tokens here. We're building our shelter because we are getting tired of sitting out on the beach and freezing at night. We used 2 determination tokens to go ahead and do that. And the 1 wood, of course, goes away. And now we have a shelter. Awesome. We've built ourselves a shelter on the beach. And to signify that, we will flip over this token, which means we now have shelter at nighttime. So instead of taking a wound for having no shelter, we're not going to take a wound now. You take 2 wounds if you can't have any food to eat, and you take 1 wound if you got no shelter. So we're doing good. We're doing good. All right. Now it is time for the weather phase. And as we can see here, we are on turn 3. We do not have to roll any weather dice. So we're not going to worry too much about the weather this turn. Next time we're going to be rolling an orange die. So let's take a little quick look at the orange die. It has a double rain symbol, a rain, double rain, a snow symbol, a rain, and a rain. Well, what does that mean? If you roll a snow symbol, you lose 1 wood because it means it gets so cold you're burning your wood. That's not what we want to ever see. The rain has to do with your roof ability. So far we have no roof. We just built our shelter. We might want to think about putting a roof on it because for every raindrop, a roof is going to negate a damage to our characters, which will just be our solo player, our carpenter. So that's how this works. And we're going to start rolling that next time. And as you can see on this die, there is no blank face. So if we don't have a roof, start taking wounds. All right, that's it. So over we go to Friday and the dog. They are out exploring. Well, let's see what they found. All right, Friday and his dog Spot are out exploring. Yes, Friday needs to take a wound. That's the solo rules. If there's this, normally we'd just be pulling the card off the top, but Friday doesn't pull those cards ever. If he ever rolls that symbol on a die, he takes a wound. And if this token is on top of the deck, he takes a wound. So Friday is going to take a wound, and then we're going to see what we explore here. So like I said, Friday was a little tipsy from all the rum the night before, so he tripped over something, fell on the dog, whatever. And he takes 1 wound. He takes 3 more wounds and he's dead, but you know what? He's doing pretty good. See, he does not get worried about weather effects. He doesn't need food. He doesn't need shelter. And yes, you can see here the little question mark symbol equals a wound. So there was 1 on top of that deck. That's why he got a wound. All right, let's see what he found exploring that tile. All right, well, we got this one flooded out, but we have to explore another one, and we get... Oh, it's this. Okay, more wood. Oh, okay, this middle symbol does nothing. We get a beast on top of our beast deck. We get 2 of these tokens for future resources, and we get to cover up everything that needs a hills, that we can start building things that need hills. Awesome. That is all very good. Wow, this is so good. Like it. Okay, let's get a beast going. So we're going to take the top card off of the beast deck, and we're going to add that into the hunting thing, which is right below here. You can't see that, but we're going to be putting the card on top of there. Actually, whenever you add a card to that, you're supposed to shuffle. 2 card shuffle. Yeah, that's going to be really effective. All right, I don't know what's what. So anyway, we do have 2 beasts in the beast deck there now. We can gather wood here. Let's cover up everything now that needs a hills and see what we got. A whole bunch of other stuff now we can build. All right, we're going to be placing a black token over top of all the prerequisites for things that need hills. So this is grassland. We can build bricks, which will help out with our palisade ability. We can build a pot, which is going to turn at night. Wow, we can turn one non-perishable food into healing. Wow, that's really good too. So those are the two extra things we can build now. Yeah, gotta think about that. Wow, I like that healing with the pot. That's actually a cool ability. All right, let's carry on with the card. We have 2 mystery tokens to pull out of the bag to go into future resources. Way to go, Friday and the dog. He took a damage, but it's good to go. All right, 2 tokens out of the bag. And these will be future resources. And what did we get? That's a special one and tobacco. Okay, well, yeah, this goes up into the future resource. And we got to look at the Castaways sheet and see what that is. All right, consulting this the future. It's a pirate saber, which is going to give us a +1 level to our weapons. Cool. All right, that goes into the future resource pile. All right, so we have tobacco, which is going to move our this up 1, but we don't need it, and that is going to be, of course, a pirate saber. Yes. All right, we have resolved all of our actions. And so we are going down to, yeah, so we're going to go and move everything down here. So this would move our morale up 1, but actually we can save that. That's tobacco. We can save it and use it to boost our morale. So we don't need to, that does not happen right away. That does not immediately happen. And this one here is a pirate saber. So we're going to take the pirate saber. Got it from Friday and go, cool, we have at least some kind of weapon now. It might not be great, but it's something. Which means we have our first tick on our weapon scale. We're up to 1, which is really bad. But we're not doing a lot of fighting with beasts, so we don't want to. And that is that. And now we're into the weather phase. And of course, in the weather phase, we're at turn 3. So we don't have a weather phase. Nothing happens. And after that, it's the night phase. All right, which I think is actually not bad for us. All right, so in the night phase, yes, we, the carpenter, must eat food. We do have a food to eat, which means we're not going to lose 2 health. And this time, we have built ourselves a shelter. And so we are sheltered from the elements. We don't lose a wound for not having a shelter. This is all actually pretty darn good. All right, we're going to zoom out and wrap up our episode for today. Okay, so far we've been getting extremely lucky. We got the hatchet, which means we're getting production of 2 wood every time. We built the shelter. We've got some tobacco here. We got a couple of wood in the wood pile. We have the first 2 stages of the wood pile built. Maybe we should think about building the fire soon, because we're going to need the fire to light the giant pile of wood. But starting next turn, which is turn 4, we're going to start rolling the weather die. So maybe instead of the fire, we better start thinking about putting a roof on our shelter to negate some of those weather effects. Otherwise, we're going to be in a bit of trouble. So anyway, thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. It really helps out my channel. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching along, everybody. Having a fun time with Robinson Crusoe. You know things are just going to go downhill from here, but it's a lot of fun. So thanks so much. Hope to see you tomorrow for the continuation.